Welcome back. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Brickstop Live. I'm your host, Jason, and we have Jim in the house as well. Retro Space Coats.
How are we all? How's it going, Jason?
Doing all right. Yeah. We're going to keep it tight and quick for this episode. We're going to try and keep it around an hour because I know you got some little ones at home that aren't feeling well.
My wife and boy have been a little bit too laid up, so I just want to get back and get things cooking and make sure everyone's okay. But can't miss out on Outback, can we?
Yeah.
So we've got some nice stuff planned to talk about tonight. So yeah,
I'm happy you were able to jump into this one and we can do it today because this is going to be a fun little sub theme. I guess we call it a sub theme of city or town. It's I guess really anything that's modern day is considered a sub theme of city, right? Divers,
pretty much.
Outback. But yeah, back in the day, they didn't actually put city jungle or city divers. They would just do divers or jungle or whatever it was. They would just kind of have its own theme. So I always consider divers, especially as its own theme, and Outback actually. But now people kind of view it all as sub themes of city, which is the way they market it now too. When they do something that's not exactly like a train or something directly inside the city, I guess best examples are the current, like the Lego Divers stuff, or like what am I thinking?
The Johnny Thunder sort of.
Yeah, where they bring him now. They're kind of like even bringing in adventures under city now because everything's now under city. Because if it's not
Arctic
city, then
as
it's
well.
Creator Arctic. That's the one I was thinking of. Because even like back in the 2001 or 2 when Arctic came out, it was Arctic. That was just the theme. It wasn't city Arctic, but now it's all city. So everything is city. 2026, everything is city. Not to go on a rant randomly at the beginning of this whole thing, but
immediately sour.
Yeah, we're just off on city now. Okay, welcome to the chat. We got Chris Jones. Good day, all. We got
good day, mate.
From Sweden. Yep. Greetings from Sweden. Awesome, Stephen Adolf and Andolf, and then we have hello from Poland. I like how people are dropping where they're from because I didn't actually know necessarily, and now we got people saying hello. That's
good diverse range.
Arn HB, Bricks and Figs.
What's up, Bricks and Figs?
And Crusader, hello, and
what's happening, man?
Bricks BTW. Hi, everyone. All right, awesome. Thanks for jumping in, guys. Feel free to drop comments in the chat as we go through these sets, and let's just jump into it.
Yeah, let's go. What's happening, Lauren? Good to see you, man.
Lauren, oh yeah, gotcha. Hello, peeps.
Yeah.
So I will be jumping back to this slide because there's something special on this slide that I talked to you about, Jim, just earlier.
Indeed.
But this is the only like poster image I could find, and I flipped through a bunch of those scanned like little mini books and stuff to find this one for our image, and of course it's a little blurry and old, but it's the best I could do. But there's something fun going on in this picture that we're going to come back to. So but first of all, let's look at the official set lineup. We have at the top, we've got Crisis News Crew, and then we've got Outback Racer, the little yellow buggy there, and then we have, of course, Mountain Rescue with the red helicopter and the camel in the background.
Crisis News Crew is a great name. It's just like it's action, and everyone's out, the cameras are out.
It's just
and that's the press.
Exactly. It's a perfect representation of just the news in general.
This is peak classic town for me. Like they're a little bit after, so some of the designs have been refined, but we're not yet on that silly all-in-one mold for the bottom of the helicopter. No, we've got the two fences and the thing. And I like the fact you get diesel and petrol. That's always a nice touch and a nice differentiation. Yeah. So that's cool. Peak Lego town for me. This.
Yeah, it's fun to see the black, red, and yellow on the gas, and then you got the octane colors as well. Either different types of fuel or rival oil companies, because there's the red and black and yellow.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, that's it. Maybe it's not diesel, petrol. Maybe
I mean, it
could be, but I see what you mean.
Yeah, because there's a couple of sets with that color scheme in their vehicles too. the black, red, yellow. So
white, red, and yellow I think was Shell, and then black. I'm not sure what black, red, and yellow was. Someone in the chat will know, I'm sure. And then the white, green, and
yeah, I'm not even sure if it's a real like diesel or fuel company. I was thinking because Octane is Lego's like own like in-house kind of Octane is their fuel provider, but the black, yellow, and red stripes on the can are they just match some of the other weird sub-theme city vehicles, and so I don't know if that was supposed to be like a rival fuel company. But either way,
I'm with you.
Cool.
They did do Shell though at one point, didn't they?
They did. Yes.
They did. Yeah.
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
No, Lauren's just noticing the camel in the Outback, and I'm just chuckling to myself because there's camels in the Shire now, brother. You just driving down the country roads from mine. There's a couple of farms that have just got camels and llamas for no reason, but they seem to be thriving. So, I think this probably is Egypt, isn't it, Lauren? But
somehow. Well, so yes, that's funny because there's actually camels over in our area too. They have them on a farm.
They're worldwide now, camel phenomenon.
Yeah, camels are no longer just stuck in Egypt. Let's see, Texaco. I remember Texaco. Yeah. Cool. Is that still around? I don't even know.
It is. It is.
Yeah, Lego and Shell says says Lorem, and then black, red, and yellow. Yes, the Chris Jones says yes, black, red, and yellow. For those, I think specifically Night Flyers. I think this was the name of the set, perhaps.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're not talking about those guys.
It's great, like the winch piece and everything on the back of this. I think you get the Blacktron control panel, which is always nice as well. Yeah, these are great. All three sets, really good.
Yeah, they're fun little pickups. I remember my brother got this little red helicopter down here when we were kids. Yeah, I don't think I've ever got my hands on the Crisis News Crew I have parts. Actually, I think I have the decal or the printed parts for the Outback Racer. I found those in like a bulk bag. So I could probably build this now because the rest of the parts are pretty standard.
Yeah. I've got some of the TV wedges and I bought some TV wedges, some recycled stuff because I was like, I might do like Recycletron or something when I'm feeling wacky, but I never use them. They're just there. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Well, the cool one is this 1x1 printed tile for the mic. That's so cool.
Yeah, I've got loads of them. I love it.
Yeah.
The reel to reel. I put some of them in the Blacktron bases for the recording the signals and stuff sometimes.
The intercept
back it up to analog and stuff.
Nice, I like that. Like Great Chainsaw, it says Lorem Artist. Yeah, the suitcases are fun. Nice. I don't remember if this one came with gold coins or not to put in the suitcases. I don't think it did, but some of them do.
Don't know.
But yeah, it's a whole little like pickup, like pallet here you can hook the crane onto, and you can helicopter around supplies and stuff. So it's kind of fun. You'll notice also in the Outback, we have different backgrounds for some of these. And then one of them, like again, there's a camel in this one for no reason. And then one of them, it talks about Amazon. Actually, we'll just jump to that one. Amazon crossing here. So Outback is kind of a mishmash of random names and locations that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but that's just classic Lego. But yeah, this is Amazon crossing. We got the dead hiker being eaten by an alligator, which is a kind of a highlight of this set.
I thought the Amazon was a jungle, though.
It is.
This is a desert.
Well, the Amazon's not in Australia. The Outback
unless the Jeep's called like the model of that car is like the Amazon.
And it's crossing a river. There you go. Amazon crossing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but this is back when our Lego was family friendly and liked to depict a lot of dead people in all of their Lego sets.
It's just rib cage pose.
Yeah, straight up just rib cages. And hey, well, that's a kind of a fun, not that, but it's kind of fun to think about because this set you would have gotten a sprue with also the little plume, for the Islanders. Yeah, so that's kind of a cool inclusion here for this non-Islander set.
No, for sure.
You get
Crocodile as Islanders and The skull could be islanders. You've got a parrot and a bush. So yeah, you've got some islanders parts.
Yeah, the bush. The burp is kind of fun. The light gray burp. Also, or the lerp. Are the little ones called lerps? Is that what they're called?
I call the little ones lerps and the big ones burps, but they're all kind of burps to me. But yeah. So those in light gray would be nice going alongside those light gray corner panels from Islanders with the vines down and stuff. So it all. If you got some of this stuff, you could definitely incorporate to your Islanders stuff. Yes. If you got any of this lurking around.
Yeah, as far as wildlife goes, I would have thought they would have put big spiders in these sets because it's Australia, but they didn't. Yeah. They just have an alligator and then like 2 or 3 gray birds, and that's about it for wildlife. Let's see. I also wanted to point out that this is probably the only Lego City set or Lego Town set in the entire lineup of Lego City sets that has a rifle included. And it's on top of the vehicle here.
Oh yeah, the grey one. Oh, is it a brown musket or it looks grey from here?
It's a grey musket. Yeah,
amazing.
No, it's not a musket. It's
not the musket the same as the ones from Western.
It's like a lever action rifle. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting. And it also may be the only Lego set to come with these double clip ladders in the middle here in brown.
Yeah.
They mostly came in yellow and maybe gray, but I think yellow for the diver cages. So this is a pretty unique set for parts and things like that.
It's decent. Playable.
Yeah, it is cool. Lorem Artis.
Upfront winch is nice as well. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. Yeah, I like how it's not connected to a winch piece. It's actually just a bar that they stuck the winch guts on, so that's kind of fun.
It is morbid though, Lorem. Yeah.
Right. Damn, that's morbid. Pretty cool set. Yeah, this is actually not only one of my favorite Amazon sets. What are we talking about? Our Outback sets. It's not only one of my favorite Outback sets. It's one of my favorite sets. I remember always looking at this one in the catalogs and stuff, thinking it was really cool. It's a cool design, and when you get the box in your hand, it looks so cool. So
yeah, it's nice, and I really like the vehicle. I love the cage design on the back of that car with the small 1x4 bar fence, and then the 2 clips, and then the square new bit. As well. It's all
the vehicle
across that back section.
Totally, the vehicle's great.
These are the suspension wheels as well, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Yep, you got the suspension wheels, so you got the cool action there going over that rickety bridge. Lorem says a smaller juniorized rock piece. It's the one in the back there. And then what year were these sets? Says Chris Jones. I think they were 97. Let me pull it up real quick. 97 for right. The entire wave, 1997. So that's Amazon Crossing. Let me pull up the alt builds. Well, should we do let's pull up the alt build for this. I only have 2 slides with alt builds.
Yeah, let's have a
this is the alt build. This was the best image I could get.
Oh yeah, definitely pull this one up. Because look, Dragon Wagon Mark II in the bottom left-hand corner.
Yep. So we got the Dragon Wagon City Edition. Honestly, I was
chopping on the wheel.
Yeah, he's like, he's eating the tire off of the truck. I love these alt builds. I think they're all really stellar. I think we got some fun little things going on. Almost like a zoo scene down here with a little cage around the crocodile. We got him escaping up, like you said, the alligator's eating his truck, and he's just running down the hills. Yeah,
he's bottled out. Maybe that's the other side. Maybe that's further down the track, and things haven't gone so well.
Exactly.
That's great. Arnie HB saying all the alts are really cool, and I tend to agree with him. All these alts are really interesting, aren't they? You got the zoo one that you pointed out just before we came on, Jason, which is very, very cool. Another nice new slant.
And then a couple of different alternative vehicle builds. I mean, I could even see this little cage truck down here, just like being added into other vehicles in like a Lego City. It's just a funky.
Yeah, for sure. It's the same sort of way that I see some of these old builds and think I might just make one of them for my M-Tron fleet or something. But it's the same in town. Like you want to get that in your Outback. It's great. It gives you something to do if you've collected a lot of pieces. Like if you're a big collector and you get a lot of job lot stuff, you often find some of this stuff in there. It's only a matter of time before you can make a few of these Jeeps. So these are cool blueprints to work on.
Yeah. No, I'm impressed with the the size of the set and the variation in the alt builds is pretty darn impressive for this. So I did want to pull those up. I thought they were pretty cool. I also want to point out all these are the original 4 wide vehicles. There's a soft spot in my heart for 4 wide vehicles. I really like that scale. I know everything is like 6 or bigger.
Me too.
Now, but man, something about these just little 4. I mean, nobody can sit next to each other. It's all in a line. You have to stack them in.
Fighting for elbow room.
But yeah, so we're dealing with the classic scale here, which is nice.
But you can still get someone lying down in the back if it's an ambulance. It's not. There's still flexibility. But yeah, I know what you mean. They have a charm, don't they?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, it's what I like about it is it fits the rest of the scale of their old buildings and the city roads and everything. It's just the whole scale's nice, and they've updated the scale, which is fine. You have both. It's not like you can't build in 4 wide now because they have 6 wide. Like you can do whatever you want. So it's Lego, but I just like it. I like it a lot. Yeah. So let's pull up the flagship set. This is the big one for Outback, and what was I going to say? That's about. Oh, I was just we're kind of moving through these quick, but Outback Airstrip here is the big one here.
Outback Airstrip, it's nice. Yeah. I love this long base plate, man. This is cool. Amongst, I mean, the big shout for me here is these are obtainable lattice pillars. Yeah. They're so difficult to get in black. They wind me up because I really love the aesthetic of them a lot more than the new ones. As cool as they are too, these are just a bit special. So yeah, it's a bit of a tease this set, but very well composed set. Nice bit of everything. I like it. And a stereo as well.
Yeah, 2 stereo. Well, like a little ham radio or whatever down here with a little speaker on it.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, the radio.
And then you got the big radio, the boombox. So radio's kind of all over. You got some containers, I'm assuming, of different types of fuel, perhaps, or cargo down here. Little windsock. Of course, it's an airstrip, so you want to know which way the wind's going.
Nice solution to a windsock there. Nice solution.
Yeah.
3 pieces done and done.
Isn't that fun? And then I think this is as simple as the set looks. It actually holds a lot of like value parts wise. We were just talking about this earlier. I believe the 2 slanted large roof pieces printed in shingles only come in this set in that print. I think it's the only set to come with that windmill the windmill piece in dark gray. And it's one of the only sets, it's one of the only sets to come with these what do you call these things? The black structure,
lattice support or lattice pillars.
Yeah. So, there's a decent amount of like kind of rare bits and pieces on this set for being just a kind of a basic town set. I was interested, and if anyone in the chat can let me know, Crisis News Crew, Mountain Rescue, and Outback Airstrip are marked as limited release on brick set. I'm not sure why. I think you mentioned that you did have these in the UK, as far as you can remember.
As far as I can remember, there was some Outback stuff. Certainly the one where he's crossing that we just looked at, where he's crossing the bridge with the bars and the 2 hooks in the middle. I remember that one being in the shops. But whether we got the full wave out, it's just not that fresh in my memory. If it was Castle or Space, I'd know off the top of my head.
Right. Totally.
I wasn't watching this stuff as heavily, but it's a beautiful set, and any of these parts would be worth having. And I like, Nerd Hub is just saying in the chat here that he likes the way they've used the ribbed 1x2 bricks as corrugated metal walls. And on first glance, I saw the texture, and now we mentioned that. I think that is great. What a great move. So yeah, well spotted there.
Yeah.
You can't see
it's like cinder block. It's like a cinder block build. That's what it feels like with those texture bricks. That's a good shout out, actually. Nerd Hobbers.
That's tin cabin.
Chris Jones says he hasn't seen this set, but I think I might have most of it in bulk bins a few years ago. Yeah, I mean, if you can find the parts for it, it's a pretty cool little build. Or corrugated metal. That's a good point. Yeah, it could be the corrugated metal walls as well. Either way, I think it's good. It's different. you don't see them used as like building materials as much. It's usually an accent piece on like a car. So that brick is kind of fun to be integrated that way.
And nice that they go in opposites and they've got some sort of coherence.
Very purposeful. I would lean into cinder block just because they do have if it was corrugated, I would assume they would have tried to have it all the same direction. But either way, it's a cool little addition here.
Yeah, nice, lovely. Plane design is really nice as well. I bet you've got a bit of room at the back end there for getting something in, presumably.
Got those classic hinges, the hinge cargo on the prong, 4x wide prong hinge piece. We called them hinging hatches back in the
hinging hatches.
Yeah. You can throw the cargo in the back, so it's a great little plane. Yeah. So my brother actually got this when it came out. He had this one, and he got the little helicopter here. So he kind of had a nice little Outback setup.
Nice aerial division. I knew you could get that little helicopter next to that windsock somewhere, or you could get another one of them base plates, put a little helipad on with a few basic bricks. You could, the more that I look at this, can't even speak today. The more that I look at this, the more I think some of this would be quite easy to knock up, and you could have some good fun with building some of these little sort of shanty tin airstrips and old stations and stuff. It's I like it. I do rate this as something. It is very, very quirky and. Like people have said in the chat, and we've just said lots of nice parts. Not like modern standard tons of parts, but what's there are all really nice parts.
I agree. Yeah, well, and I like it because it's not. I mean, not that I hate town or city. It's not my go-to, but it's. I love all the classic stuff now, but I like it that it's like a sub theme of these things. So it's got a little bit of an adventure edge to it. It's not your standard town tow trucks and hospitals and things. It's like, so mocking or building additional things into this theme would be kind of exciting because it's you got a couple of different things you can play with that are not the same as the old city stuff. So
yes, yeah, no, for sure. And then. Just finally nerd up, as he's saying, the Fabuland piece for the windmill. Yes, it's nice to have it in dark grey. I think Jason was saying this might be the only one shot for a dark grey one of those. And then it was also in the for those who are au fait with the prototype, it was in C-Tron as well.
Was it in green?
I think in C-Tron.
Nice.
Yeah, so I got a couple of green ones just to merge with some of those Aqua Sharks things.
Lorem Artist says, worth mentioning, Lego did not always give you the same color accessories like shovels being black or gray. Yeah, we have like a light gray hatchet, dark gray shovel, and then I think up here we have a black shovel and a black hatchet, and a light gray chainsaw piece.
If you add them all up, you get a bit less repetition.
Exactly. So it kind of creates variety in your accessories. So. Here we got some alt builds for this one. Kind of fun. I find it interesting. They're almost all around water, which is funny.
Yeah, they got a bit aquatic with this one.
Yeah, it's full on. So I think maybe the best one might be the one way down in the lower left, the little what do you call those things?
Yeah, the sort of fan. I can't remember.
I really liked that quite a bit.
That's relevant. That could have been a set on its own, to be fair. I actually quite like the design of the boat in the top right with the 33 slopes at the back. That's a nice. They were getting at something quite nice there as well. And I think that fin tail in grey is quite rare as well. It's cool that they should put them on for you.
Yeah.
In good condition, hard to get as well. I mean, this is a lot later than I think it did come in grey back in the classic space, but the chances of getting one of those that's not yellowed up is just virtually impossible.
Yeah,
this maybe not so much. So that's nice.
Well, yeah. No, these are fun. They're the buildings. Well, I think the two on the left are decent little buildings, especially the one with the antennas on it. But the other two they look more like freestyle, Lego freestyle, or like basic, Lego basic. I don't know if you recall those themes, but they're just kind
of. Have you seen the hip hop Outback guy with his backwards cap and his bird and his sort of urban pirate? He's having some sort of identity crisis, but it looks cool.
He's vibing out with his bro over here. They're just chilling with their radios. That's such a 90s look.
Proper.
So funny.
Drop it.
And I don't know what these guys are harvesting up in the top right. Looks like they got something going on.
That's a CMF waiting to happen for town right there.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Bring that guy back with that bird and the boombox. That's sick. I love that.
That'd be fun. He's also like, dude's feeding his parrot out of his cup on the bottom one here. I don't know who got a hold of these setups, but like they're pretty funny. Like
they always had a character and told story, and these minifigs were living in whatever environment, even if it was not so good as a mock. They were in there doing stuff. So there's something in every picture, even if sometimes if the base is rubbish, just the picture will give you a great idea for a pose of a minifig. And if the build's great, then it's great anyway. So yeah, really
I think so. Yeah, these are pretty funny. There's some wacky stuff going on, and I like it. All right, so that's that. I think that's about all for the sets. Yeah. Let me. So now I'm going to move into. Before we jump into, I have two mocks. One I built yesterday, so no one's ever seen it ever except you. You saw it, but so that we'll debut this little one I did yesterday just for fun because I thought it would be fun to build something for the show. So I knocked something up together real quick, and then so I only have two of those. We'll look at those in a little bit, but there's a couple of honorable mentions, if you will, that I wanted to pull up here. So let me do these. These are sets that technically are not listed under Outback on most of the places you're going to look for Outback. Some of them are listed under vacation theme, sub themes of city, something like that. But I think, or as far as I can tell from these images, I mean, Cactus Canyon, the 3-pack over here, they look so similar to what's going on in the Outback, even the vehicles with the
It's indistinguishable, really. You've even got the fan boat.
Exactly. You got the fan boat down on the bottom here in Gator Landing, I think is what that one's called. And then I think it's Rapid Runners or Raft Runners or something up here. I can't quite remember the name of this one, but
something like that.
Yeah, I mean the a lot of the torsos are like the same ones from Outback. Some of the characters look exactly like the guys from Outback. So I felt like these ones should be included in Outback, or at least into the discussion, because they really fit the theme, in my opinion. What I did,
you're going to put these in. You're going to put these in. If you're an Outback freak, these are going in your
absolutely
collection. Of course they are.
That's what I would do. Yeah,
even if it's like vacation to the Outback, well, it's still Outback, isn't it?
Totally. Well, and like, look at this. Look at Gator Landing down here with the bridge, the gators, and then look at this next to it. And can you imagine just putting those two sets together and having them like kind of
seamless?
Yeah,
absolutely seamless.
What are we talking about? And I wanted to point out, I know Brick's set doesn't list this Gator Landing set as an Outback set, but I found this official image, and now we're back, and this is a little special thing I wanted to point out.
See?
It's in the image. It's in the original. When you flip to this booklet page and it says Outback, it shows these two sets together with the Outback Racer guy in the background. So
there's also a guy getting savagely mauled by a gator.
I just saw that now. Yeah, he's actually
off in. He's off in.
Full on getting eaten alive, and his buddy's trying to smack the alligator with a paddle. Yeah, so that's exciting. But there's some remains of other people in the sand over here. So that's the way.
Formidable terrain.
I mean, it's pretty accurate depiction of Australia from what I'm told. Everything wants to eat you or kill you over there, and it's very large. Anyway, all that to say, I feel like I'm vindicated, at least in Gator Landing, because it was depicted in this catalog image along with the other Outback sets. So Brick Set can update their list.
Can't argue with that.
They got to add now. We got official lore right here. I mean, we got official images. What are we doing? So
there it is.
Here it is. These ones are fun. I got this. I'm sitting on this Cactus Canyon sealed in my storage. I'm still deciding whether I want to just flip it or open it. But we're gonna decide what to do there. And because we pulled up Gator Landing, Crusade sounds like Brick said, isn't that reliable? Yeah, I mean it's a weird one. Brick set. I mean, there's all the weird like sets that, like, for instance, when we did Unitron last week and they didn't include the Space Minifigs pack as a Unitron set because it's got more Spireus and I can't remember, one Ice Planet and then one Unitron guy. So it's kind of like, I guess you could probably lean it more into Spireus than Unitron because there was more Spirus guys in it. But it's stuff like that where it's kind of floating in a middle ground and they don't add it to that wave. I did notice, though, there were several when I was doing blue coats and red coats. There was a few that are literally just not added in there when you're looking for them on brick sets. So yeah, there's a bit of inconsistency there. But anyway, Gator Landing. Let's pull up the alt build because we have Gator Landing in here. Yeah,
it's a great video.
Yeah, go ahead and talk about this a little bit. I think, it's cool.
Well, I mean, I haven't seen this for a long time, but the initial thing is I really liked how they just kept the black elements of the plane as if it burnt out. Mm-hmm. I really like that.
Did you notice what else was going on in the scene, though, up here?
Are they filming?
They're filming a movie.
They're filming a movie. Yeah.
It's like a prototype.
The spotlights and the camera. Mm-hmm. Hey, that's a great use of the brick with pin for a camera, man.
Isn't that cool?
Very cool.
Like, yeah.
Studios crossover as well. Maybe.
I was just gonna say it's like
Outback
a prototype.
Studios.
Mm-hmm, prototype for studio. Which actually that'd be a fun one. I don't have any mocks in studio. Like I don't have any Lego Studios mocks at all, but it might be a fun one to do at some point. Talk about some of those.
I could see you doing something cool, like a Frankenstein filming scene or something good with that. You'd kill something like that. You would. But yeah, no, that's good. Maybe we should try and get one of those in. I've got a holiday coming up soon, so I'm gonna have some time to do some cool building. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's all good food for thought, and that's what these alt builds kind of do, isn't it? They feed your imagination. So there's some other cool stuff. Is this a car transport raft here at the top right?
Yeah, a little ferry, a little river ferry or something up there. Yeah,
that's very appropriate.
I wanted to point out that vehicle because let's look at the original one. The original one is really nice. It's a great little vehicle, but look at the alt vehicle with the little box on the back
kind
and everything.
Beefed up a bit, yeah.
Kind of like it. Kind of like that one. Looks
again.
Cool.
You're gonna get one of them in your Outback collection, aren't you? You're gonna put that in.
Totally. Yeah, no, these all go so well. I mean, you got even the gray parrot, right? I mean, there's a gray parrot in the Cactus Canyon pack over here too. So I know they were throwing gray birds in most of those sets, but it's still cool. It does feel very consistent with Outback.
Yes.
Gator Landing, says Nerd Hubbers, seems like one of those sets that seem to imply drug running.
I was going to say it's back again.
Yeah, I mean,
like the suitcases of money and stuff and the cash everywhere. It's
totally.
Like, also really missing is the cocaine, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, you can see it here too. Pretty obvious. You got just stacks of money. It's a little Outback kind of hideout. Everybody's got $100 bills running around. I mean, that guy in the cowboy hat. Are you telling me that's not a gangster? Some sort of high end. You see him in you ever see Yellowstone? You ever watch that show?
Yeah, I remember.
But he looks like a villain. He looks like a villain from the Yellowstone show.
Yeah, he's a character for sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's also that set, this set, and like I think it's called Night Runners or Night Flyers or something. There's the same thing going on in that set. Maybe I should have grabbed it, but there's like 2 or 3 other sets that have like planes flying at night in like a Las Vegas looking area or something.
Yeah,
like
that. I remember you looking at it with Andrew.
So there's definitely like a crime wave lacing through some of these 90s sets that there's some sketchy things going on for sure. So pointing out.
We got cool stuff like that in the 90s, didn't we? It wasn't as touchy. You could go
totally.
Go under the radar, really, as you were a kid. You didn't really realize as a kid anyway. It was just
as a kid, you're getting 1 or 2 sprues of gold coins and a bunch of printed $100 bills in your Lego set. That's not a very expensive Lego set. An alligator, like, you don't care. It's a great set, a bunch of suitcases. I just realized, though, that there are brown 1x2 tiles stacked along those suitcases. And I'm not entirely sure if that's supposed to indicate like packs of something.
There's like packs and drugs in probably.
Like what?
Like what else is planks of wood? What's going on here? We know what that is. Oh,
I didn't even notice that last time. It's literally just stacked with the money. That's crazy.
It's very, very sought after chocolate, Jason.
That's what it must be. It's just some really good chocolate. Grew up in action movies, rated R. That R is.
I know, right? It was like we were watching Rambo when we were like 6 and stuff. This is the 90s.
Chris Brick says Midnight Transport. That's what I was trying to say.
That's the one.
It's the other drug runner set. It's 100%. It's not even.
Chris Jones
it's not even a question.
Golden brown.
Yeah, I mean, for real, dude. What is happening? All right, so these are the pseudo or like sub theme kind of Outback sets. At least they go really well with Outback. So if you have Outback or you got all of the sets and you want to add more to it, these would be my go-tos to expand that. And these are official Lego sets. I'm learning all these all these things Lego doesn't want me to know. Yeah, this is the podcast that's going to get like, it's just going to one day just blip out of lost surface, and then we just won't ever show up again. Lego.
Stop noticing.
Big Lego's going to come and get us for exposing their sets from back in the 90s. Real quick mention, the only reason I pulled this one in is it's called Outback Cabin. I don't remember when it came out. It's a little older of a creator set here. It's got some fun, like, I actually really like the little alt boat, little houseboat down on the bottom here. That's kind of cute. But yeah, Outback Cabin for a more modern day look of maybe kind of an Outback set. So, yeah.
I really like this one. I remember seeing this one in Tesco at the time and sort of flinching because it was really nicely composed and kind of reminded me of probably, this was while I was dark aging, just for context. I remember seeing it.
Oh, sure.
And just kind of feeling the pull because it was nicely done. I like the old builds as well. I like the kind of plate on the side for the lift-up door. That's a bit sort of Forestman nod there, a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice chimney to the side of the old build as well. That's kind of a lot of medieval nods and stuff. But yeah, it also fits the Outback really well. And of course, now if you've got a couple of those white parts, you can make that whole bull skull thing. That's a nice touch.
Right. Yeah, that's
house. Like it fits the bill. And actually, the brick built animals aren't too bad in this either. If you look, they're not. They're pretty good brick built animals. Eagle's not too bad. I'm not sure what the grey is. It wolf. That's not too bad either. Obviously, are animal molds, but when we talk about creator, I feel like sometimes it's done well. Sometimes the brick built animals are done not very well, and I think that eagle's not too bad from what I can see here.
Yeah, I was going to point
just
out. No. I think the eagle is one of the better brick built animals I've seen. Wolf is fine too. Actually, it's decent. They're both okay. I'm not a brick built animal guy, but I do think that if you're gonna do an eagle, that's the way it should be.
Yeah, nice that they turned the masonry bricks around on the houseboat as well. Parting comment. Like lateral wood. I do that sometimes. So I've used masonry bricks in when I redid the schooner. I don't know if you noticed, it's got some grey down the side. I reversed some masonry bricks to get like a little bit of a panel because I gave it a few little touches here and there. So
I like that.
Yeah, I like that Lego vindicated me on that because I did wonder at the time, does this look rubbish? But yeah, Lego did it as well. So that's cool.
No, I think that's a good call. Yeah, again, it could be that or corrugated metal sides or something like that. Bringing back Lorem's idea from the original, the airstrip.
No, for sure.
Let's see. Lorem says, I'd say the creator's sets are a step backwards from system sets. I mean, I like some of the creator stuff. I like system better. It's system. It's the old stuff. But in today's world, I think creator
is closer to system than
carries the torch of systems through what they continue to put into creator. It's
which is why I stopped to maybe buy it when I was dark aging, because it reminded me for a split second.
So we're never going back to system. We're not going back. Even like the remakes of system sets like the Eldorado Fortress or like the Barracuda
Renegade
aren't system. They're built out in a modern style. So, I guess they're kind of system. But you know what I mean. They're not classic. We're not going back to old parts and things like that.
I know what you mean.
Anyway, but with creator, I feel like it really it's the last stronghold of kind of what Lego is to me in a way. It's very creative. It's got the alt builds that we still have on the back of the boxes. So I mean, it's a spiritual predecessor, I think, of the original feel of what Lego was. So yeah. As far as that goes, I think there's no way that's Australia though, says Crusader. Yeah. I mean, we're looking at like some alpine,
more like Canada or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if Australia has areas that look like that on the box there. It's pretty evergreen looking forest. It looks like where I live, actually. They got the mountains and everything. So,
But I think this is worth bringing in. I think there's some good stuff going on. I think there's a lot of cross-pollination similarities between this and what we've just looked at. I even like the little boat's pretty cool as well. And this is another one of those sets where sometimes the alt builds can be a bit iffy, but I actually quite like all of those alt builds for this. I think that would be quite a good value set at the time. It's probably a bit more now.
Yeah.
But would have been a nice little value set.
Yeah. Also, kind of back to the Amazon Crossing with the few parts making decent builds. The alt builds from that were nice. The alt builds, I mean, this is a 305 piece set, so to get the variation that they did, I mean, it's pretty decent. I think they're pretty fun. I really do. Like I said, I really actually quite enjoy this houseboat thing on the bottom there.
It's well designed.
Yeah, Lauren. They're not going back. That's true. Yeah, they are not. Okay, so that's about all I brought in for the Outback theme as far as slides and things like that. We're gonna pop into a couple of mocks that I did, and then we'll wrap it up here so you can get back to your family.
Yeah, no, appreciate that. But I am glad we were able to shine a light on Outback because as small as it is, it's oozing with character, and I think it deserves a little special nod, doesn't it, from us?
Totally. Yeah, so the first thing, and this is the one I built this yesterday, just quickly put this together here for the show, and then I'll probably post this later, maybe on Instagram, because I actually enjoy it. I think it represents Outback pretty well. This is the Outback like radio broadcast or Outback Broadcast Center. And when I was looking at these, I was deciding like, okay, so what's depicted here? We've got these vehicles, and we got like a nice little crossing terrain piece, and we got an airstrip. And I was like, it's kind of a nice rounded out theme for the small amount of sets that it comes with. But I was like, well, can we add to this? Well, I think maybe a radio center, because you're going to be out there in the kind of the tough terrain, and you're going to want to communicate. All of them have these little red, like not all of them, but a lot of them have the little red radios with the little speakers on them, and then you got the mics on them, and then they're all carrying around like walkie-talkies and stuff. So this is a relay station that kind of helps them all communicate while they're out there in the Outback. So
no, it's great. It's cool that you included all of the tech stuff, and I like the composition. It's really nice. I always love like when an inverted slope goes to meet a slope that's inverted the other way. It always has like a pleasing effect. And you've included those corrugated bricks again, which is nice. Love the lattice.
Thanks. Yeah. Oh, the little lattice. The pillars or the windows?
The pillars. Well, the windows are great, but the pillars are special.
I also, I actually changed the color of the build because it was white originally, and I changed it to gray because it's closer to kind of the colors represented here.
From that one,
yeah. And then I did add those textured bricks as well, kind of to mirror.
You've done a good job. The barrier's great, dude. So talk a bit on the partage there.
Yeah. No, it's just the classic little circular tubes, the Technic connectors, and then
great stuff.
It's just like a little dirt road, maybe, you stop here. And then I do have like a little green light logo thing and a red one. So like an on air, off air, you can switch them out on the front of the builds.
That's
to let people know you're like recording your show. And then the radio host here, there's no females included in the Outback sets. I don't even think there's really any. There's one here in this one, which doesn't technically count as Outback. But so I included her as the radio host here. So
that's cool. That's a good show. She looks the part as well.
Yeah, she's probably day drinking with her little mug there. I don't think there's
What else is there to do in the radio booth?
Exactly. You got to have some personality on those radio shows. There were not many sets, but I feel like I missed out on Outback. Chris,
and that's the parts. That's because the parts are so good.
Yeah. They really do depict a very specific kind of vibe with the part use and the location.
For sure. We put you got your little spider there. Yeah, $12.
Yeah. Maybe cheaper back then. Maybe
like 8 or 9. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's hard to say, but I did add a big spider, though. You see that?
Yeah, I see him. Yeah, you were saying you wanted to. You were looking and all the other sets, and you were feeling you were missing that, so you put your stamp on that. That's cool. That fits a lot. It just reminds me of a comment that Lauren made earlier about Tremors. That kind of hanging out.
Yeah. I'll pull this up. Yeah, I think he was talking about. Was it the airstrip for Tremors? A little base for here, or was he talking about Gator Landing? Anyway, drop that in the comments again, Lauren. Yeah, it's totally. I don't know if you guys seen the Tremors series, but that first one with Kevin Bacon and all that, man. It's a wild ride. But yeah, these a couple of these sets would look great for like a Tremors movie. Oh, sorry. This is a comment in regards to this little guy here. So thank you, Spacer Nate. Packed with goodness. Wow, easily adapted for Fallout. Yeah, you could make this into a little relay station for Fallout for sure. Yeah, I love the optimism of having a barrier in the middle of an open Outback. We got you muted, Retro. Could you? I think so.
I beg your pardon. It's just because there's a bit of background noise. I didn't want to troll the
sound wave
today. No, I just said, it's. I was laughing at the fact there's a little barrier and we're in so much open space. But we need a play feature, so there.
Well, I wasn't going to build a bunch of fence around it either, so I need.
Although I think the lattice fences could have even gone well somewhere too if you extend this.
That's true. Yeah.
I can see you making another half to this later on in about 6 months.
Yeah. The idea. I mean, obviously, it's a classic Lego set kind of.
Very standalone. Don't get me wrong. It's perfect. But
you're not going to get accuracy in some of this. But the concept would be the road. The dirt road goes through along the front here, and then the terrain around the areas is just not suited for driving. So you want to stay on the track. But maybe it's sitting in the middle of a minefield. Who knows? Lorem says, "Yeah, it was the alt build, but this theme in general looks like it could be adapted for Tremors build. The alt build, okay.
It does.
Yeah, close knit community. Everyone's trying not to die. So that's my little addition. I built threw this together yesterday night, and then I'll pull up
the
other one. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. It was fun to kind of build specifically for the show. Like, I'm going to build something to show tomorrow for the people who are watching the show, and build it in the theme we're talking about. So it was kind of fun. I'd like to do more stuff like that because it encourages me to build and kind of build smaller and quicker stuff. But, it's a time thing. So I was lucky.
You're preaching to the choir. I wish I'd have had one myself. But between us, we're holding it up. So that's great.
Yeah, for sure. And then this one is Outback HQ. And this I built a while ago. This one is a couple years old. But this is kind of my bigger edition. This would be like the biggest set in the theme. And I'm pretty happy with it. I tried to include what I felt like worked really well. Even pulled some direct things off the original build, like the windmill piece, pretty much just straight up from the other one.
It looks good. Have you got it on an angle though?
Well, I think it's on a turntable. I think this. Oh, I pulled it. I actually
see.
That's like. I think the other one is also on a spinning thing.
Dude, this. I want this, and the chopper's great, man. Really
Chopper's fun, actually. Using those like UFO.
From UFO. They're a bit harder to come by. I managed to pick a few up, but they aren't easy to get, and they look great executed like this. This is really good.
Thanks, man. Yeah, so this is like, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's like an Australian bungalow or some sort of like, house you'd see out there in the outback. I mean, that's exactly what it was representing. Yeah, I used the little the lerp here, the light gray. You got both represented fuel cans here. I tried to add like little accessories and stuff, and I had a fun like the little catwalk, going off the top of the roof. I felt was kind of fun. So you can like walk along there. There's a little barrel with some tools and things like that. We got rifles up on
that's
the
great.
porch here, ready to go shoot those big spiders that come around.
Yeah, it's a good use of the stanchions and stuff. Definitely in the and you did get the lattice fences in grey as well. They really suit that. Yeah, this is a great composition because you've got your oil drums there. You've got your stereo and everything. You've gone ham on the accessories, but I think it really suits in this theme. It gives it play value. And have you gone full 4 of those roof shingle?
Yeah, or 3. I think. Is it 4 or 3? I think it's 3. 2 going down along the front here to the porch. Yeah.
You got the extra awning on the side. That's nice. Yeah. Love those.
Yeah. I actually do have another shot of this because I never posted the second shot. This one is available. You can look at this on Instagram, but this one has never been seen before because I made it yesterday.
Oh wow!
This shows.
Oh sweet!
More of what goes on here.
Yeah, this is nice. Getting a bit of a rare sight into some of the other views of some of these. I often do wonder that about your sets, Jason. I'd love to see. Right. So this is a good day. Another good day. Oh yeah, the chimney. A bit of a better look at the chimney. There's 2 dishes. You got an inverted dish too, with a bar and stuff.
Yeah,
that's little stuff like that. Just it's weird how like little inflections like that can make quite a big difference overall. And you've got a bat there in the roof. But
yeah. There's a little attic area. There's backpacks hanging on the other side there. You can't really see them, but they're kind of in shadow.
The little buggy's great too.
There's a bed. There's a little bed, and there's the stove is actually a little like a little potbelly like cast iron wood stove made with like those windows and everything. So some more equipment, dynamite, pots, mugs.
It's all there.
It's all there, man. It's. I actually really would enjoy building this. At some point, I think this would be a fun build.
It's a good build. This would be a good build. Chopper's great as well. You got one of those hatches at the back there, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I borrowed from the airstrip plane a little bit, color scheme wise, yellow.
And you do when you do these. You find yourself doing that. I do that too, and it works a lot. I like the just little touches, like the house roof on those wheel housings at the side. Like on paper, I wouldn't be sure if that would look right, but you see this all together and it's perfect, man. Really good.
Thanks. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you, Lauren says, oh, hell yeah, this one is excellent. I appreciate that. And Chris Brick says, that's great. Thanks. Yeah, there's a skeleton. I also included in the spirit of, the Gator crossing, the Amazon crossing, I did include a skelly in the rock back there. I didn't actually. I don't have a way to. I don't have a. There wasn't any really. There wasn't that much to show if I turned the thing around completely.
Yeah.
So I didn't show that. But there's like a skeleton with like a pickaxe or something back there. And I guess the back door is you can see there's a little one of those white back doors there as well. So it's got 2 doors. You can kind of walk through, wrap around porch. But yeah, man, building things that open, it can be kind of tricky because
it can. Good hedge point. That works well. You've done well there. But yeah, I lose my head with it sometimes. And other times, if I'm able to think about it before and get it right, it's a lovely experience. But sometimes it just rags my head. But this is very well composed, Jason. Yeah, I'm going to have kind of things to say about this. I really like it. I just want to build it, to be honest.
It'd be fun. Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, I kind of want to build it more. But then I go back and I look at all the other things that I've designed, and I'm like, oh, that'd be fun to build in real life. 90% of the stuff, if not more, I've never actually built.
You need a football field to store it all in, display it all in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I even added a headlight brick next to the little supply box on the helicopter so you could refuel it. I noticed a lot of maybe not a lot, but I've seen that done in other Lego sets. Yeah, so
cars as well.
Yeah.
And the little fire hose that comes on the reel goes in.
So maybe that's
one of the first system things I realized as a kid. Like, oh, that goes in there. It's petrol.
Yeah, exactly. Totally. No, they even did it in AquaZone actually. they could refuel because they have the little fire hoses in the Aqua Zone crystals or the big crystal processing station. I can't remember the name of that, but yeah, you can fuel up the subs. Yeah, so actually that might be the next. If I do another Outback build, we got the little radio station here, and now we've got the Outback HQ. But you can combine these two. Can you imagine combining these two with the airstrip and the Gator Crossing one,
dude.
the Amazon one?
Look fantastic.
That'd be so much fun. And then you could also add another build that would be pretty fun is a refueling center with like big barrels of fuel on top with like the hoses and everything, so you can refuel your trucks and stuff.
It would be amazing. Do you know what's a shame we didn't get? The standard raised base plate with the ramp, but in like tan with like brown cliffs like this for like. Do you know how cool the paint job would that be?
Oh man, that would be so.
It's okay though. Laura Martis will build one for all of us with his incredible know-how.
He's gonna find a surplus of like old beat up ones. He's gonna strip them down and
He's just gonna vacuum form new ones for us because he's so.
Or that. Get on it. Yeah, we're waiting. We're waiting for that, Laura.
We're waiting for the sand ramp base plate. No, but you know what I mean though. It would be cool to see some of those old raised base plates in the tan desert vibe. I know we got some cool flat ones.
Wait, Bill, what? You got to vacuum form us some of the original, like Eldorado Fortress, Lion, or Dungeon Master's Castle with the ramp. We need it in tan. We need one of those in tan with like maybe some of the darker
brown
work you
mountains
see in the back here.
Because you're the custom guy now, so you've got to do all that stuff.
So put it on the list. Put it on the to-do list. Let me read these comments, and then we'll kind of wrap it up. Spacer Nate says, I love the light gray in general, and it looks great here. Thank you. Appreciate that. Chris says, I like that the hinge is at the back for once. They always open from the back, usually, so you can't display them. Oh, I see. Yeah. That's actually a good point. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, so it opens to the front. Yeah, because normally, they would open the other way, and then you have to turn them around to see inside. Yeah. Maybe I'll think about that a little more now. If I do more hinge builds, that might be something I'll lean into, because that actually is kind of nice. I didn't even do it on purpose. I think I just put it where it was for whatever reason, because it worked there or something. Maybe because I use that long.
It's because you were joining a long one to a square one. It kind of suggests a bit of a change, doesn't it? So I can see why you would do that. Right.
So it wouldn't have hinged the other way or maybe, I don't know. It doesn't really matter why I did it, but I agree with Chris. I think that's it worked out well, and I might do it more. Crusader said, when you mentioned the pickaxe, gold prospecting would be another cool thing to include in the Outback. Yeah. I mean, I did the big old prospecting. I have like a sub theme of Wild West where there's like, I think I have now like three or four builds in what I call prospectors, which is the sub theme of Wild West that I
fantastic stuff in that theme.
It's fun stuff, but you could definitely add at least like one more with a little claim, gold claim, everything out in the Outback.
You could even maybe build up in Outback like Clifftown. That could work too for Outback for something, maybe like a radio station, and that had to be up high, and then at the bottom you've got some croc shed stuff going on.
Crusader
you get burps in reddish brown as well, which are a bit like that color of those mountains in the background. I think you did them for your Anakin when Anakin kills the Sand People's Seed. So something like that would be cool too.
Are they in reddish brown for that? I think they are. Yeah, I think you're right.
They are.
I think I originally was doing sand orange and then realized it's just not sand orange, dark orange or something, and it just didn't work. There was great. Also, it'd be fun to maybe build out a few of the little modern day prospecting machines instead of the old gold pan and sluice gates and stuff. The more modern stuff that might be kind of fun, but
still kind of rusty and rickety for
totally,
That'd be really good, because then you could bring all your sort of tin tiles and bits and bobs. And don't forget your heroin tiles 1x2.
Oh right, we need the little packs from the brown. Just stack them up in the back room. I should have added a couple in here. I didn't even notice that till today, though.
That is like a dark side of Lego YouTube video waiting to happen, isn't it? All those things. But no, that's what's been nice about looking back at this. It's been quite quirky, isn't it? And your take on it's fab, Jason. Well done, mate.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you, man. Space Renee says one of my favorite tiny details in some of the old sets. Is the steering wheel wheel used as a valve? Yeah,
I do that all the time in space,
so
underwater, whatever.
Yeah,
Love
they
that.
did that a few times in AquaZone, either a valve or like a door, a little
On
door
the back of the door, and you hacked it to open the door. I love that. I'm right with you there.
Same. I'm 100% on board with that. So, well, man, I think we came full circle. We threw in a couple of mocks. We looked at the alt builds. We had fun looking at sets that were adjacent, the Outback adjacent, and then of course the whole lineup we got to look at as well. And we're back to this blurry old kind of
soak it in.
Brilliant. So yeah, you can find these on. I think I found these booklets. You can scroll through a lot of the booklets from all the old, like all the old catalogs and stuff. They are on Brickset. You can find them, and then you can actually flip through them like an actual little book.
Yeah.
So I found the image on one of those. There's a bunch of different stuff, but anyway. Oh yes, and I think it might have been Chris Jones mentioned that. Is this the Greenwich Mean Time, the GMT time?
Yeah.
They don't change for daylight savings time. UK does, I guess, but the Greenwich Mean Time stays the same throughout the year.
I suppose that's why it's called Greenwich Mean Time. So yeah, I believe that.
Well, so he said it was technically 5 Greenwich Mean Time. So what I could do is I could change this to UK. I'll just put UK instead, and it will be 6 p.m. So it is 6 p.m. UK.
Yeah, 6 p.m. in the UK. Yeah.
Anyway, I was like, why do I keep?
Sorry, everyone.
It's all good. Bricks to Face Collectibles says, have a great week, everyone. Yes, happy Monday. Have a great week. Thank you for joining today, Jim. I hope your family feels better. So go and take care of those guys.
They'll be fine. Just a bit of a tummy upset and stuff.
Yeah, I know, but it's always kind of a bummer. So
yeah, man, all will be well. But thanks, man. Glad we got it in. Sorry, it was a little bit shorter than normal, but make up to you next week, dudes.
Yeah, for sure. No worries. Sometimes I think it was a perfect length because we really did cover everything we wanted to talk.
It was organic, that. Yeah, got me in the mood. Yeah, well done. Thanks, everyone.
All right, guys. Take it easy. We'll see you next time. Drop a like, share the video, watch it back, put a comment in the comments, and we'll see y'all next Monday.
See you, folks. Nice one, guys.